Hallöchen, Scarlet Hollow Freunde. Es geht weiter mit Scarlet Hollow Episode 5. We're done here. Return to the hallway. Ja, damit geht es weiter. Wir sind im verbotenen Flügel und erkunden ihn mit Stella. You and Stella return to the hallway. Enter the middle room. Oh boy, we've got a haunted nursery, everybody. Check the bookshelf. Oh, was wird da drin sein? The top shelf is occupied by antique picture books. Dick and Jane nursery rhymes, ancient edition of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction spelling. Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not in joy. Das ist so deep oder so. Read a few writing practice books. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near crumbling pages. Reasons Mommy should take me and Maribel to the zoo. First, we have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. Maribel says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3. I think it would be very fun and Mommy would have a good time. Oh. Other side with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. But something near the back of the book gives you a pause. In a section that starts with the prompt, "Today I," Alexandra continues, "talk to the boy in the wall." The boy in the wall? Are you kidding me? People are going to think I planted this or something. It's just too creepy. Hold on a minute. The little boy's close. The note. Now a boy in the wall. Things are starting to add up. You're done here. Return to the hall. Hey, hold on. This encyclopedia has something sticking out of it. Ich werde nicht den Text unten lesen. If Daddy plays with me and Maribel, Alexandra Scarlet. My family goes to the zoo, Alexandra Scarlet. If Mommy and Grandpa took us to work, Alexandra Scarlet, Emina. If Mia and Maribel and Mommy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. There's a strange, fantastical element to these pictures. Everyone is smiling and sitting together, as any family would in a child's drawing. Yet it feels like these are drawn in the same hopeful way a child would draw a unicorn. Expressions of some reality that Alexandra could only dream of. There are less joyful illustrations as well. Daddy napping shows the father sleeping in a chair, a bottle of brown liquid conspicuously drawn on the table next to him. The girls hovering in a doorway some distance. Mommy going to work. Shows the girls crying in the upstairs window of a house as their mother walks away, an angry frown scrawled on her face. Wow, these are awful. The viewers are going to eat this up. You get the feeling these are more accurate depiction of the girls' lives. The last picture you pull out gives you a pause. There's a new figure here, simply drawn behind the barrier. The two girls sit on the other side, smiles on their cartoon faces. Boy in the wall. The boy in the wall. There he is again. Stella makes sure to linger on the image, getting plenty of B-roll of the scribbled lines. You're done here. Return to the hall. You and Stella make your way back to the hallway. Follow the trail into the farthest room. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. Where in the world have you taken me? This place is pure evil. It's okay, Gretchen. It's just a big empty room. There's nothing to be scared of. Stella crosses the room, training the camera on the door on the far side. Like the way you entered, it too has been left ajar, as if inviting you to explore what might be behind it. The doors to this room seem like they would be almost totally invisible if they hadn't been left open. There aren't handles or anything, just keyholes. There's gotta be a hidden passage. Amazing. Your family really pulled out all the stops when it comes to creepy stuff. Follow Stella. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the lower floors. But there's also another door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The door frame itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Is the boy on the wall. Holy shit. My goodness gracious, I simply won't step another foot further, as much as I feel I should always be at my dearest Stella's side. This is one place I dare not go, it's simply too dreadful. Gretchen's whining reaches a fever pitch. Jeez, okay, I get it. The scary room is too scary for a little dog like you. You have to go in. Just don't go running off anywhere. The other edge of the door is all messed up. Looks to me like something didn't want to be put back in there. Before you can stop her, Stella steps into a little room, her camera drinking in every detail. Oh my god. Step forward to join you, Gretchen remaining rooted to the floor outside. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. The one window set high in the far wall is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooling. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. But look at all these scratches in the walls. Did a person do all this? I can't imagine how much it would have hurt. It stinks too, like nothing I've ever smelled before. I've been in sewer drains that smelled better. Abby. What happened here, Vanny? What the hell happened here? Your eyes are drawn to the massive, almost lead stairs, dug as deep into the brick as the cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. That doll used to be in my closet. I hate that thing. Stella walks over to the doll and examines it. Body of Alexandra. It's always talked about how she went missing. One of our town's urban legends. I wonder if they ever found her body. Oh, the Eimer. Maybe there wasn't a body to find. The boy in the wall, is this how? Jesus Christ. Is this how Alexandra went missing? The boy on the wall? Then Alexandra. This doesn't all feel like old skeletons in the closet either. The smell is too fresh, and some of the locks on the door are modern. Stella lets the statement hang in the air. I just hope Tabitha didn't know about all this. I think it's possible that the whole time we knew each other, all those nights we stayed up late talking, we might have known this existed. No, she didn't know. She wouldn't have let something like this happen. Let's just get out of here before somebody slams the door on us or... You are interrupted by a sound wrapping around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys, played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. One you've yet to travel. You hear that creepy music, right? Stella seems uncharacteristically shaken. She clutches at your arm, camera trembling in her hand. Oh god, someone else is in here. Leia is doing this on purpose. It's drawing you forward, inviting you to investigate, asking you to choose to find it. The two of you stagger back into the hall. Do you think it's him? Kane? Stella seems to swallow her momentary fear, bringing back up and letting the light return to her features. If it's him, he could have information. Seems like he knows a lot about what's been going on in town. And who knows, maybe he'd be more willing to talk now that we found all those secrets your family has been hiding. Finally, finally, you two have finally removed yourselves from the very wretched place. It means it's time to go now, yes? Time for all of us to leave this awful place. We'll go talk to him together. Of course. No way we're splitting up. I'm not gonna let that creep draw you into some trap without me around to help you out. Come on, Gretchen, I'll carry you. Stella scoops up Gretchen. The pug still visibly shaking with the fear this place seemed to instill in her, though Stella's comforting grip seems to ease her poor little doggy spirit. That's right, my little old lady. Nothing bad happened, besides being shaken to my core, I guess, but nothing physical. We're just seeing one scary man and then we're leaving. Thank goodness we're finally getting out of this place. I don't know why Stella insists on visiting such dreadful domiciles, but at least she has me to protect her if things ever go awry. Her grip is firm and warm and reassuring, and together, you make your way down the hall to the source of the eerie music. The stairs take you into what you have to assume was once a servant's quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate, without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet estate, echoing piano your only company. Soon enough you see light again, sun creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairway. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. But as you make your way into one of the side rooms, utterly dark save for the open doorway on the far wall, the music stops. There's no warning, no gentle fade or dramatic slamming of keys. Da ist er. When you make your way to the music room, Wayne is already standing, his eyes glimmering in the darkness behind the stained veil. I'd hoped you'd come alone. Well, you'd better get used to it to being around, because your days of harassing Vanny are over. From now on, you'll have to harass the both of us. That's alright. You can enjoy your slattern. You and I are already bound by our fates. You need to come to understand that if you expect to help anyone, yourself included, you're running out of time. Slips away into the shadows. Did you just call me? Whatever, let's just leave. Yeah, now I think we've seen enough. And the floor down here feels like it could give away and throw us down the cliff at any second. The warm fumes Stella shared last night seems to fall apart in the fresh air, shaken by the unearthed secrets of your family's past. A tense silence holds between the two of you, as your mind does its best to grapple with what you found. What a relief that we are finally out of that awful place. It's not fit for humans anymore, and it's certainly not fit for dogs. I'd say it's best to wretched little things like rats and opossums. Only God's least favorite creatures should be subjected to so much mold. Achso, das hat Gretchen gesagt, deswegen habe ich mit Sentence gechanged. Aber das war... Achso, okay, nur der Satz. The cell, the doll, Enoch's occult sanctuary, the boy in the wall, and his outfits in Edwardine's closet. Is it possible your cousin has known about all of this? Your eyes start back up to Stella. Her gaze is fixed on some non-existent point, far off in the distance, and you can only try to imagine what she might be thinking. Maybe she feels you're connected in some impossible way to what you've just discovered. Like you carry whatever went on there in your blood. And Tabitha, who had lived under the same roof as that cell her entire life. The silence feels like a terrible thing. Like detritus clogging the air, suffocating the fragile growth of a barely formed relationship. He has a feeling that the longer you wait to say something, anything, the more your tentative relationship will unravel, second by second. So say something, say anything, just break this awful silence already. Do you think Tabitha knows? What? Absolutely not, Tabitha. Tabby's not the kind of person to lock someone away in some sort of dungeon. I know her. She's not the sort of person who would keep something like that hidden from me. But I don't want to drive. We trust each other, right? Redkin, do you trust Tabitha? Do I? You're certainly putting me in a delicate position, Vanny. I have a distinct distaste for her feline companion, as you know. But she does seem to take good care of a damnable thing, despite its limited capabilities in expressing any kind of affection, and that I must commend. But we seem to hold a certain discomfort about the woman. I can't say I blame you. She and that cat have more in common than not. She's whimpering. Okay, I get it. But we are not going to Tabitha. Then what are we supposed to do? We have to do something. No, you're right. Right now it's the only thing that makes sense. Nee. Tabitha needs to know what we found. I mean, if we go to the cops, we should find the next stone. There must be someone other than Tabitha we can go to. Who can we possibly go to with this? How about Sybil? She's always been helpful. Dr. Kelly, Oscar. Ich bin eigentlich Avery. Avery's always seemed open-minded about things. Avery, really? I barely know them. You might as well pull a stranger off the street and tell them your family has a secret dungeon in their house. Okay, not Avery. Drop it and suggest someone else. How about Sybil? She's always been helpful. Oder Oscar. Dr. Kelly würde sie auch nicht ja sagen. What about Oscar? I think he's got more than enough on his plate right now. Besides, he's not exactly an action kind of guy. He just tells us to wait and not do anything while things just got worse, you know? Don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, just not who I'd run to in a crisis. Drop in and suggest someone else. Benny, this isn't getting us anywhere. I'm sorry, I have to go. You can come with me if you want. I want you to come with me, but I'm not spending any more time arguing in the woods. Good luck with whatever it is you think you have to do, Vanny. I'll keep our Stella safe. In other words, Stella turns away. Determination settling over as she hurries down the road with Gretchen in tow. You are alone, and without another person here to ground you, panic of this morning's revelations sink deeper into your chest. You have to do something. Maybe there's someone else you can run to. You're into someone I can trust. That's right. If you just manage to throw yourself into the arms of someone you can actually trust, maybe they can help you. Maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. Can you trust anyone? Ey, wir haben Reese gesaved mit dem Hot Trade. Okay. Reese. You can trust Reese. It's confusing, okay? I just trust him. You don't need a reason to trust Reese. Trust is a feeling. It doesn't need to be bound by logic. And the fact is that you trust a 12-foot tall monster that almost ate his own mother. Only you have no idea where to even begin looking for him. Perhaps if you're lucky, he might come to you in your most desperate moments. But praying for that to just happen right now doesn't quite the immediate urgency demanded by the present. There must be somebody else you can go to right now. Eigentlich Bo, aber ich habe keine Ahnung, wo er ist. Also ich würde Bo nehmen. Sybil trust ihn nicht. Dr. Kelly oder Oscar in dem Case. Dr. Kelly. You can trust Dr. Kelly. He's good at keeping things to herself. I guess. Dr. Kelly managed to keep Reese's condition secret from him and the entire world for years. And the situation with your family's estate requires discretion above all else. You know that you can trust her not to make any unnecessarily brash moves. Run to Dr. Kelly, go to the clinic. But you don't quite make it to your destination before you are stopped by the whoop of a police siren. Benny. You have the right to remain silent. Are you arresting me? For what? Remain silent. You say nothing. That's exactly right, Missy. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Deputy Franklin whips out a pair of handcuffs, tightening them quickly around your wrists in a smooth police academy maneuver. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. He escorts you towards his top car, opening the back door as he continues reciting your Miranda rights. If you like to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. There, now watch your head. As you're shoved into the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Vanny as discussed at this morning's rendezvous. Don't call it that. Makes it sound like some kind of date at a friend's restaurant. It was our coffee meeting. But that's beside the point. We need you up at the farms pronto. We got ourselves a possible 187 Bruin. 10-4. Damn, this day just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you'll have to come along for the ride, miss. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road towards whatever emergency is underway, with you in tow. This is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there's definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. This is the end of part 1 of episode 5, part 2. The chapter's finale will be releasing next Friday, February 20th. If you would like to continue with this World State, please save your game now. Okay. Das war Part 1 von Episode 5. Oh, ich weiß nicht, ob das so nice ist, dass wir im Polizeiauto enden haben. Ich frage mich, ob es irgendwelche besseren also es gibt safe bessere World States. Shit. Well, ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal, wenn es heißt, wir machen weiter und kommen da hoffentlich raus. Also dann, tschüss.